Waiting for no music. No music. Okay, I think it's working. Ah, oh no, I made a mistake. Let me. Oh, okay. I don't know what that does.
Huh. It's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Okay. 1 second. 12, like 18 more. I'm not gonna walk there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Where's the TP? Let me TP. Let me TP.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Over here.
Where's it taking so long?
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson?
Ah.
Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious,
Uh-oh.
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more
Did not know this
open
line
with
before.
those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
This is a ghost.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
It's going pretty fast. I don't have to click. Usually takes too long, then I have to click even though it's in auto. That's good.
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Oh no.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today's the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
The power is long enough for me to finish it. I don't want to split it in two, but if that happens, I don't know. I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Staying here inside bed. Oh.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson,
More
we have to
pockets.
bring in outside supplies every now and then.
More magic
I should
pockets.
probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
I don't know, more shorts. Always.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at it.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Well. More chores. Why am I not holding? Hold. Yes.
Linny! We're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Celebrity.
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Now it's stuck.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them.
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her,
It's
you're
kinda,
a trustworthy.
I
Give a
heard the
dabber.
Traveler is so strong that she can move. I heard
What?
Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, we're not cool at all.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
Oh, we don't need
Yeah,
something
give
like
it
that.
food.
Besides, we don't have anything to give to you.
Right.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I like both. Huh?
Hello.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can
Poison
still
by
give you
who?
some pointers.
A little girl.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Nope.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
These are freaking.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests.
Yeah, especially if it's poison.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've
many
still got
poison
supplies to distribute.
What are you talking about?
All right,
Poison.
see you later.
Stop talking about poison.
Bye!
Like so many red cards. Red cards, red flag.
Wait,
Red card.
about all that
Red
poison
flag, I mean.
and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chaplot is around my
Meow
age.
meow.
While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance.
Who put
He's
meow
very
meow in
passionate
Genshin?
about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
That was something. Nowhere. Is it down there?
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Ah, allow me to introduce you.
Yeah,
This is the
no.
Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to...
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Not
Oh,
40
this is the
thieves,
first we've heard of it.
Not 44,000.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Why her eyes look like that?
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
I don't know.
Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
Normal, it's cold.
I heard that.
How?
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough,
Plan.
Filial.
What plan?
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should...
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on!
Catch up. I might lose power, so I have to kinda not waste time. As much as I can. Proceeds to freaking pick up potatoes.
This shall...
Oh no! No! Get back! No!
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far? Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Cooking? Now we're doing cooking?
Then let's head out and...
Work.
Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again!
oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along?
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here.
They have it in the
Food,
box?
Water...
Huh.
Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know?
Why?
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Let us laugh. What do you mean?
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
What is she up to? Where? Oh, no, we're going in circles again. No. I don't have the weapon. And I don't have a white castle. It sucks. Life sucks officially. So I'm just... Is it up here or down there somewhere? I think it's down there. Right.
You're back!
Who's that?
Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time!
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
Clairvoyant?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though,
Why does that look like a
is
flower
how
I've
she
seen
managed
somewhere?
to sneak in.
The necklace.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month now.
I was gonna say
Ever since we
joking,
got
it's
to
fun.
Poisson, then.
Actually.
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice.
Huh.
I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the
Why is
Hearth.
she talking to a lamb?
I'm sure
Or
you've noticed.
more accurately,
So
angry
what
at the
you're
lamb.
saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility.
Wow.
If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
No, they're not letting me hear everything.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means you and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
Yeah, just break some boundaries,
it's
right?
I should put my clothes away.
Huh? Where? I thought she disappeared, but for a second I'm like, oh wait,
Harry? What? Looks like she's not here.
she's definitely skipped off.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
everything's fine.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
Huh? You're kicking us out! No!
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
What are you gonna do?
Me
Put us in
too.
your pocket?
Well,
Yeah.
back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her
Detective
merry
work?
way and pretend like none
More
of this
detective
ever
work,
happened.
like all of Fontaine
I've
has been
tried
like
that
that.
already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first,
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do...
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Somebody killed a One Punch
I
Man.
swear.
Like, hi? What? Ah, Link.
what a surprise. What brings you here, dear sister?
He's mad.
And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
Blackmail,
Simple as
let's
that.
go.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
So that's like 30 minutes. Probably 2 hours, I think. The story for 2 hours long.
Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
What?
The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed. Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Too many new
Clairvy,
information.
Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But
That.
it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
This is taking forever.
outside, where the sun can find me.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
Maybe she can?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really
Nothing.
appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let
I
me
guess
think.
the story's over.
Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects
Magic
something,
bird?
all you need to do is
That's a
release
cool
it when she's
bird.
not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort.
What did he say? I
If Father
forgot.
doesn't seem to
I mean, I
notice
didn't even
us,
listen
there's
because
no
I was looking
need
at
to
the
make
bird.
contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the
I got
worst case
distracted.
scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well.
Quest complete. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah. Quest complete. That was like 50 minutes. How many sections there is to it? What child doing here? He's back.
It's the
Did he
knave
get sent
and
into a
child.
black hole or something?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I?
More like thrown
Not when I've
back.
still got unfinished business here in Fontaine.
More like
So,
thrown back
I
like a
mustered up
bag.
all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
I need some food.
What sort of unfinished
Dude, I
business
just
are we
ate.
talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. but they really did help speed up my recovery.
Oh,
And that's
so drank
good,
a bunch
because
of
it looks like I
poison.
really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just... Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so?
What is it?
Introductions have
Shy-
already been made, have
shy
they not?
finger thingy.
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Good question. I'd also like to know.
Yeah, why father?
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
No!
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
What do you mean?
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
He's not gonna say anything.
Nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up
The music
just
does
yet.
not go with it.
Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call
Just hear
yourself
the
a
music and
Fontanian,
the
for
dialogue.
example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save
Why?
their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Not yet.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the
Interesting.
House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar,
Something to like
and the
it here.
loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
Why exactly 42?
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going.
Bruh.
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Oh my god, this guy is freaking bonehead.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
What was I gonna do? I'd love it if you
We
just
should
jumped into
probably
the
get going
water.
too. Do you want to head back with us?
And the whale came in,
Oh.
and he rode the whale
You
back
want
to
me to
him,
leave
like,
so
that's
soon?
too fairy tale, I guess.
Oh, well, you see,
I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm rather
I don't know
enjoying
what
the
I'm
evening
saying.
breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Hey, talking.
Oh, you decided to stay a little longer?
What? Okay, now where do we go? If we back to the hall. Back to the hall. Ow, that hurt.
Shower me with praise!
That hurt. Oh, I had to. I'm out of range. I'm the range.
The show be-
Help me! Help me!
Winnie, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
Huh?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
Then
But
what
as I
happened?
led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around, and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh.
And
Maybe she's
bounce
afraid
the
of
sun off.
sunlight,
Oh,
or... No, it wouldn't be her
would that
wish
work?
if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here.
No,
How did it go with you,
that
Lynette?
long.
Good. I've got the list.
Spend the whole
It's
day.
right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade,
That's gonna take forever.
Jean-
Python faster. What is this? Wait, they're using the same model. I've seen this guy somewhere.
Oh, yikes. That Aurora guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creep.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I
Gone.
never saw him again after that.
Gone.
Wait, so that means
GG.
Maeve,
It
She
may
ate
seem
her.
cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the
She
house.
ate him. It's
Betrayal
gone.
is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
Wouldn't that mean if we get in too deep, we're gonna
Her
die?
name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out?
Who the fuck is...
Fremine,
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little...
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes and their, interests. See,
that's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where
Yeah,
the
wanna
similarities
go to bed?
end. Not all
Yeah,
of us feel the
sleep
same
anymore.
desire to stay here.
But I need to finish
As
it.
members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the House, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me
He's
about it
getting
before.
everybody off.
Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
What's the
Whoa,
Project
hold
Studio?
on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Okay,
Oh
super
my
complicated
hello.
top secret Fatui business
Hey,
aside,
Bencher.
what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were
Back
talking about
right
earlier?
here.
Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying,
I got,
and that
I
fear is
got
often
the,
the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
I got the feeling where Tom, from Tom and Jerry, just comes in on top of a train. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I did yesterday. I pulled yesterday. Now I'm just doing the story because spoilers everywhere. I need to finish it. I wanna go to bed though. It's so late.
I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make
How's it
everything go back to
going?
normal.
We got a Tom and Jerry watch party. That would be nice. I haven't watched any in so long.
But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be
really
forced
fun.
to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
So far, it's been an
You're
hour.
right. Even if we confront
Where is the
Filiol and the others,
interesting
it
stuff?
won't do
They're
any
just
good.
laying out the plot.
It might
still.
even make matters worse. We should well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Aren't there a bunch of episodes on YouTube?
Lynette, you stick with me this time.
I'm not sure.
Fremine, keep a close eye on
There
Filiol
has
and the
to be
others.
some
Make sure they don't
somewhere.
do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
This was awesome, man. True. True, I got him. Okay, currently I don't have enough to go 90, so I'm just keeping it here for now. I don't have the weapon though. I don't know what can work. Need to go inside. You do need to start meowing.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but
We're going to sleep.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
I think she's gonna kill us.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can.
Yeah. Wait, let me show you a little bit after this. I don't know how long the cutscene is. There is one more thing if you haven't seen it. The chair thing is so freaking good.
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
Wah, wah, wah. Like, look at this. Wah, wah. That's insane. That's new. We don't have anything like it in any other character. Stop freaking running off. Yep. You can do it as long as you have stamina. I don't have the weapon. Look at the weapon, man. The weapon looks so bad. Yeah, it looks bad. I really want this weapon, but it was kind of goofy because we run into walls. I mean, if I'm running into walls, that's kind of my fault. Not the animation. You can probably do this better if you just aim with the mouse instead of going. Where am I supposed to go? Here?
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Use tablet? Like to play the game? Do I need to climb this? I always played on PC. I don't think it'd be fun to play on tablet because of the control scheme. It's not like Star Rail. Star Rail is pretty easy to play on mobile devices, but Genshin's kinda not as fun because of all the aiming and everything.
Clearly.
It feels better on PC. What? Sit at a computer and try to beat her in an Osu map? I do not understand what that means.
I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
Nah, I need to dream of saying frickin' goodbye. I cannot have realistic dreams.
We need
That
you to
ain't
tell us
happening.
what you know. Can you do that?
Both Traveler and Arlecchino open a multiplayer lobby and you have to win.
Sure.
I don't think there are computers in
I
Genshin.
think you might regret that decision.
There is AI though. Like Sumer request.
Everyone in
It's
this
all about
family is nothing more than
internet
a tool.
and stuff, right?
Something
They
to
just
use and
renamed it.
exploited. We're all expendable, including me.
Black Casa is basically
As
Wi-Fi.
long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value,
You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death.
What did I miss?
I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
Huh. The doctor, does he mean the Fatui doctor thing that was in
You're
Sumeru?
saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like
I
even
haven't
she has
seen
lines
the
she wouldn't
animation.
cross.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
I haven't looked at anything.
Everyone thinks she's a good person.
I need to
They
finish
all
it,
think
then
of
I
her
can.
like a real mother.
Mother?
What?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It
Okay, they're
almost
talking
feels
about the same
like she's
doctor,
not
okay.
really here with us. Paimon can't
Because
tell
I
if
don't
she's
want-
actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for
I don't know
someone
how to
else.
explain it. Like usually I don't even look at trailers of the movie that I'm watching. I just go watch the movie. I don't know, I'm weird. It's hard to explain. But I like it that way. Hey.
Well, in any case, it seems like she
I'll
really
probably
needs
go
someone
look
to
at the
talk to.
trailer and stuff
We should
after I
keep her
finish it.
company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty?
Look at that, nice.
Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even
Is
prettier
this
than
nine
the
the
moon
North
tonight.
Pole or something?
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't
Maybe
find
that
her.
on
I'm
screen
worried
we
she's
see.
all souping.
Okay, let me
No,
finish
that
it
wouldn't
then.
happen to her.
I can
She's
watch
special.
it. It's probably gonna
Mother
be in the
likes her a
story, I
lot.
think. Like there are times when they use
We
the
should really go talk
cinematics
to
in the
Mother,
story,
but we just fought. She
and they
doesn't
release
wanna
it on
see
YouTube.
me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Like the Purina ones were also up on YouTube, but you could actually see the same thing in game,
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
but with other stuff
Well,
as well.
let's head back. We've got an
I
early
don't
morning
know, so
tomorrow.
it might be in the story. Night passed, and we're just standing there.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
He's bad news.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
That's
Father
probably
rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
it.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
Huh? Why?
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. the House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Oh. I mean, even if you cannot interact with them physically, you should be able to hear them. Is that right? I think that's how it works.
Alright, that's good to hear at least.
I guess talking to them is not as weird. It kind of happens in real
Clearly
life
seems to
too.
think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible.
Or things like
If
that
that turned
before.
out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Still near the shore, she's standing there the
Lynette,
whole
you're
night.
with me.
What do you
Fremine,
mean?
you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
What is she
All right,
doing out there?
let's get to it.
I can just keep E, I think, right? Faster. Waypoint, yeah. She's standing there this whole time. Please work. Wah, wah, wah.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Yeah, we talked to Spare.
Perhaps
What
if
else?
you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Nah.
Us? Distract you? Good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
It's pointless.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
No, we're gonna die.
Don't
It's
worry.
over.
I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
She's gonna just bury us
The ocean
somewhere.
breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
Scary as fuck.
Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Well,
Good things come to children
and
who
I
do
cannot
as
get
they're
enough of
told.
her eyes. They just this is
So I
freaking
do
insane.
hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Insane. Who came up with that?
What should we do?
It's so freaking dead inside.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now. Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good. Okay, then we probably
I'm talking really fast, actually. For once, Paimon is talking fast. Ow. The
Seeing
starts
as we
right
still
away.
have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Huh?
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Bye. Bye, Lenny.
Oh,
Don't kill
are
Lynette,
you
please.
here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
Acting out. Look over here.
Don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives.
You cannot kill us. We're the main characters.
As for
That's why
Filial
she's
and
letting us
Toy
go.
and the others,
I think.
I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out
They're
alive.
trying to escape. Weren't they supposed to be the loyal one or something?
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer.
Yeah, maybe like 30 years.
If Linny
That
and
should be
the
long
others
enough.
manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
There's the window.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you.
Oh
Do
no.
try and keep better track of it next time.
it's, it's pointless.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Don't kill the bird. Let it
Where did you
go.
get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well,
So
time to go.
basically prisoners.
Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
This is like not too bad. Maybe they will finish it and not die. Pretty sure nothing wrong will happen, right? It's just a side quest. Like, I mean, not side, but it's story quest. Surely.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper
Have you ever
level of
listened to
respect. Although,
Japanese
if I may speak
Neuvillette?
plainly,
It's
I
so
must confess
awful.
that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you
It's
as well.
so awful. They freaking did
If I may
Neuvillette dirty
inquire
with
as to the
Japanese.
purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Like, what is Paimon doing? She's like floating, but lower. Like, that doesn't
I
even make
understand
sense.
your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Nervalet. So allow me to use water as an analogy.
Wait.
A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
I kind of got nothing because I was talking on the phone. I had to take a call. Not
Your
really.
words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
What are they talking about? I missed the whole
I
thing.
seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal.
Maybe I can
Perhaps you could expound
flip
on
it.
that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine.
What? What are they talking about? Let me hear. Why the speed is at 2.5? 0.25, not 2.5. No. What about the rest? I kind of didn't get any. No, I wasn't asking, but it. I don't know what she's talking about. I had to take a call and I freaking skipped everything. I tried clipping and listening to it. It was just metaphor. Yes. No, oh, you couldn't hear the browser. I was listening to the clip. But what is she proposing? I don't understand.
And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
To do what?
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Huh?
Tartuffe. Ah, That thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
I wasn't looking before the river and ocean part. The clip starts from river and ocean, so I don't know what happened there. Well, maybe we'll understand after we go a bit further.
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette,
What is the proposal?
I'm
then?
sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
Frequency? Huh? He just denied it, then says less
You choose your words
frequency.
carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bodies of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
What was the proposal? It's doing. Yeah, I think so. Why Nublis is looking at the window? Have you ever listened to Japanese novelette? If you haven't, it's a treat. You're gonna cringe so hard. You might die. He's cute. Like he's not supposed to sound cute, man. That's the problem. Why? Why make him sound cute? He's such a giga-chat. And they turned him into something else entirely. It was so funny. I got used to it. I mean, I haven't played Fontaine Story in Japanese at all, but when Toru was playing it, I
What
heard
exactly were you
the whole
talking
thing
about
in
back there?
Japanese. That was funny. It kind of worked. I don't know. It didn't work for me. It was so bad. It's like if I tried to voice Novelette, it would turn out like that.
Paimon only
It
heard
was
you mention
bad.
some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's
Just
good.
dodge the question.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your tiki cap on, don't you, Traveler?
What the hell? Wait, isn't he dead? He's not dead. The guy with the scar on his face.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going. Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
He wants me to read paper. Just look at that.
Oh, you don't have to give us
Remember.
anything.
Dumbass.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras
Guy
will
with
be
no
useless
paper.
come
He
tomorrow
doesn't have any
anyway.
paper. They just gave us paper. The newsboy.
It's my fault, really.
I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Did he get brainwashed or
Hold
something? Like, what does he act like he's just not? Doesn't
Of
remember at
course,
all?
I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
What is this guy yapping about? I don't know.
Well, now that my
He
affairs
seems
are settled,
lost.
we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
What? What condition?
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Bruh, the...
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation.
She knows everything.
Is that
How do you
both sides
question?
receive something they
How
want.
dare you question?
Demands and threats only
The
get you
name.
so far.
She knows everything.
Wonderful. Here it is.
What is up with this close-up? Hello?
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
Basically, I owe you one
That
thing.
is for you to decide.
Huh?
Then we have a deal.
Or me
Follow
to
me.
decide? Huh? They want to just show us that she speaks out of her mouth in case we didn't know what they talked about. Surely, yes, that's what they were going for, yep. Why else would they do that? I fell off. I don't have stamina. I feel like the movement speed is a little bit faster. Like, the E. Wait, it's far away. How far is it? Well, I was about to walk there. Huh. Every player reaching that part. She talks about what? Huh? I really thought it was something else. Wait, why am I going the wrong way? Should I? Oh, I have Elon. What am I doing?
Gotcha.
What am I doing? Why are we going freaking outside of the universe?
We explore the area ahead of us later.
Shut up, Paimon. Let me pass. Where is this? This is where we're gonna die. Secluded place, broken freaking walls and stuff.
What is this place?
This is our grave.
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
What story?
It was before I became a harbinger,
Huh?
and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
Huh?
And this is where it all happened.
He did all that before becoming a harbinger? I thought she was good. I was about to say before she turned freaking psycho, but she was born a
You were the one
psycho.
that killed Clairvy?
Oh no.
Patience now.
I didn't even get
Allow
to
me to
say the
explain
good thing.
Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Okay, let me put it in order.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
He was the name? Okay.
Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the
Man,
Hearth
it's so hard
takes in
because we
war
can't pull
orphans
it
from all
out.
over Tibet.
Sad.
But as for how to raise them,
This is sad.
that depends entirely on the person in charge.
Another Signora.
Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions.
This all makes sense now.
Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
She was more evil
So
than
those were the experiments
Arlecchino, my
Clairvy's
god.
talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Hey,
Wait,
that's a different.
the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
For now?
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Why
Her
does she have the same
cold-blooded
eyes?
nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply
Let's
vanished.
finish this. Let me see what happened.
What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless
Why is she
as
back to
ever.
children from
It was
Alice
during
Street
this
though?
time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of
I think I'm getting the
success.
picture now.
Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
What?
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
And why isn't she
It
leaving?
happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was.
Crucibina, you mean? But
Interesting, finally.
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
so the Perry Clairvy was talking about, it was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed.
Yep, that was my
So
question.
the Clairvy we met, was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin.
Doesn't make any sense.
You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self.
Minus
Her
10 years.
appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed.
Then
She's
why
a rather
all the
volatile
problems
and unstable entity.
coming up now?
Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
Why is he stuck
It's too
here?
late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without
Then should
question
be
is a trait
minus
we
6
both
years
share,
old.
because that is how a household should be run.
Oh no. Or minus 4, yeah. Minus
Is
4
this
years
really
old.
what you want to do?
Isn't that how it
Whatever
goes?
could
Yep.
you mean?
I think.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
What? Lumin's talking.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
Math, yeah. I'm really
Anger makes
good
you
at it.
impulsive. Sorrow
As you
causes
can
you
see.
to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my
I guess
well-behaved children to bring our
reaching the big
troublemakers here
end.
by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now,
Don't kill that.
we'll just have to wait and see.
No. We can have the other two.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
This guy.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Why is she outside if she can't
Are you
stay outside?
Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Stop her?
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy.
Or? How did you hear about that we were just chilling with? I don't know. I don't know how he knows.
Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took
I
us
didn't
in.
quite get that.
Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
But the Scarface guy is still alive.
You're
So.
lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Snitch.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you?
Yeah, well,
what did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we
That was
do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget.
Len has been freaking knowing the whole
House
thing,
of the Hearth
whole
cannot tolerate
story.
any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson,
She did
you've had
normal
7
one.
secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
What is this, the military or something?
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
The new, it's not new anymore, but the tear with the fountain, the tear mechanics
Father,
just
please
started
wait!
making everybody cry
Something
after
you want
that.
to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I
Aww.
have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
House disbanded.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait.
Yes, we're fighting. Let's go.
Father in a duel?
Impossible.
Lenny should have
Father
stayed
is way
quiet.
too strong, even for Linny.
Maybe we have a chance. I don't know why Lenny's going forward. He's gonna die. Your magic tricks won't work. Your hat's gonna catch on fire. Or is she gonna fight everybody at once?
Did you hear
Does
that,
Trimini
Traveler?
have the bell?
Lenny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that?
Lenny minus 10 years.
If they lose, those
Lenny's
people
gonna
from the
be
house
6
are really gonna
again.
be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Stop having brain freeze.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Huh. Sidestepping. Sidestepping life!
Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
When guests
Can't
are
we
around,
just join in?
families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Yeah, that's the cue.
What's wrong,
It's
Traveler?
time.
Hey, where are you going?
Freaking calculation
Traveler?
complete. Oh, I have to click.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
Yeah, let's go.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. any less. And you may just lose your life.
This is where we're fighting. Where did everybody go? Why am I the only one here? Oh no!
Take it easy. Why the hesitation?
Oh, they're standing there, but I don't see Lenny or anybody else.
And voila! Rising flames!
I don't have healing. I have to use Farina to heal. That's
my turn now.
Kinda dumb. They're gonna make the thing really easy, I think.
Hang in there.
Arlecchino doesn't do damage.
Coming at ya.
I kind of wanna like see her attack and stuff. Ooh, what is?
Is it my turn now?
Holy! Why can't I do that? Where is she?
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a
After
taste
seeing
of
one of
courage.
life, you nature deliver unleash. What?
Watch out for Father's movements!
I kind of want to see though. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, no. Ooh.
Watch out. Oh.
How do I clear Bond of Life? I don't quite understand this.
Oh, brilliant. Hang in there.
Is it my turn now?
My alien is dying.
Fire. Well, let's rock.
Is it
With
my
Navia's ult, I cannot see anything.
everlasting as the moon?
This is so freaking.
Fly tangled in a web.
How do I clear Bond of Life? Oh my god, she killed herself. No.
Sorry.
Everybody's dying. I don't know how to clear Bond of Life. That is the problem.
You proved to be a worthy opponent after all. Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent.
Well, what is this? Ow.
Not bad.
Our wings are out. I couldn't figure out how to get the Bond of Life out. Ooh, yo. She changed. Delusion. Phase 2. Oh my.
Stop that.
Everybody's dead though.
My blade is all that remains.
What do I do? Who do I need to... I need to heal. Because the second phase I need to heal. Can I heal? Whoa. Ooh. I've seen that in some anime, I don't know where. Now she has 2 weapons.
Let's over here.
Oh my, I clicked on the wrong
I
thing.
present. Let the world collide.
This is freaking insane.
Only ruin remains.
What's gonna happen? Oh no, that does not look good.
Father's movements! Look out!
Why did I do freaking physical attack? Why am I clicking that? I don't know what the
The
hell.
show begins.
I just want to see her move because it's so freaking satisfying.
Over here.
They actually help out. I don't even have to do anything, I just walk around. didn't do not die. Dull blade. Ooh. The bell!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
He tilted the sword.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
The camera is moving so much I cannot look at her properly.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Huh? What's happening? What is this?
Crimson Moon. I can't move.
Domain expansion? She's so tall, hold on.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
My R5 doll blade wasn't enough. No. Now what? The camera moved so much. I could barely see things in the cutscene. Is she back to normal? Please don't be back to normal. No, she's back to normal.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you alright?
Nah, Lenny's dead.
Given that I am the victor
Sarah.
of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated
She
a
doesn't
remarkable
move,
level
yeah.
of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned.
Yep, I was talking about it, right?
If you can withstand
Brainwash.
the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled
That's how
from
the
the
guy
organization.
with the scar on his chest
In
survived.
other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Yep.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
So, you're just letting us go,
When she's
Father?
a third phase, yeah. I
You
didn't even want to
misunderstand.
freaking do damage because
Memories
I
are
could look at
extremely
her longer.
important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing
Ah,
before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry,
Spoiler this.
Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still
Rule
rules to be
12,
followed,
C5 or
yes.
no,
Remember what I
that
taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow
that would be
causes you to
freaking
waver. Don't let
Devil May
yourself be
Cry.
controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll
I need to play
remember.
Devil May Cry.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done.
Wait,
for
they
the
are
house.
banished too?
I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
What about the time we met Lenny and Lynette? Are they gonna forget about that too?
Father.
Or the flame is gonna surgically remove everything that is related to the house only?
Let's go.
Who the hell knows? Or did she say something about that and I just missed? Surely,
Here,
right?
grab my arm, Linny.
Surely
I'll
not.
help you walk back.
Thank you.
She's already banged up. What about her? What about her?
Clairvy.
They don't have to take it, yeah. But if they don't take it, they cannot
Can we talk now?
leave.
I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you?
But I'm confused.
I haven't
Like,
seen you
can
in
they just
so
not
long.
take it and leave
How
the
come you're all grown
house?
up?
Is that what you said? Or is it more like if you want to leave the house, you need to take it? But you can still stay here if you don't take it. Okay. Like,
Wait,
that would make more
did I
sense.
somehow travel to the future on accident?
Yep,
Or am I
3.
dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy.
You
what
died.
happened.
Oh my god. That's rude.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's so speechless.
Oh. Okay then.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her.
I murdered
And
her.
to me.
I
You
murdered
never stopped
her.
trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way,
That's even
the
worse.
other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow,
He's
I
6 years
still
old.
think I understand.
How?
According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so?
Probably.
Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue.
There are bosses 3
But
phase.
as the head of the House of the
Are
Hearth
there?
and as the children's father,
No.
I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms.
Only 2 so
The
far.
freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king.
She's gonna step on
and a
me.
really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear
It was
guests
just the
over here
camera.
have been to many nations and
It was
traveled to
just the
countless
camera
places.
angle.
Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Only 3 days? Wait, huh. That's 4 options.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you.
Talk about Pinky the girl.
Not nearly as
Wait,
scary as
I don't know if they're gonna let me choose again. Oh, I can. Pinky the
You
girl.
know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if
Winds
there was
of
no one
freedom?
there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
I play too much also, man. Talk about the hydronation of justice. That's the one we are supposed to talk about, I think. It wasn't there before.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Yeah.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
The map, Wings
Don't
of
worry,
Freedom.
we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
I played that
How'd
map
you
so
do
many
that?
times
Come on, tell me.
and still couldn't stream.
Okay, so it was like this. After the the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Is he just waiting for all of this to finish so she can just poof? Just make her poof?
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Well, I'm this world. I'm up for it. Who would say no? Unless you're crazy, right?
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly
Your
from
time
the
has come.
shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
Sunlight!
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still,
It's vanishing.
seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
It would have taken days, that's probably
I
why.
also have certain sentiments left
Knave
unsaid.
released her.
I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
He's running again?
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Like, for someone who doesn't show emotion, Arlecchino has a lot of it. Just doesn't show it.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house.
Yeah, born to be a criminal, right?
It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way.
We'll leave El
They're
Fatui.
recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit,
Lenny as the
I'm rather
king?
surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe
Yep, I
was
cannot see it
deserving of
either,
that
Lenny.
throne?
I'll give you that.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family.
I'm being
You would
too
do
hard.
anything to protect them,
I don't know
even if it costs you your life.
what I have against Lenny. I can't see it either. Yeah, I guess I'm not alone then.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny.
It's all
Lynn
thanks to
probably
you
do
that
a
we were
better
able to
job,
convince Father to
in
back
my
down.
opinion.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have
This is
different
too
ideas of
slow.
what it means to be a family,
We
but
already
you
had the
can
big
hardly
fight.
be said
Now
to
let me
lack
go.
conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time.
I'm so glad we're thinking the same thing.
Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked
Take
against
the
you.
L in the
That
intercontinent.
capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
Just look at that.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes.
I always
Caution
found him
will only hold you
lackluster.
back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
I understand, father. I am freaking useless.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the
Teach me
light
a
was our
lesson,
organization's
please.
last weakness.
But
With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so,
more
a
close up.
crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain.
No,
As for the two of
you
you,
gotta get
whether we meet
savvy.
again as friend or foe,
Can't even
I'll
say
remember
it.
the camaraderie we
I
shared
can't
in
even
this
say it
moment.
with a straight face. Oh my god, it's so
No
bad.
matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Nothing. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear anything. Wait until 2 days later. Is there a lot left?
It's poor.
2 days. 2 days. 2 days. Like I could save this and just do the dailies. Because if I do the rest, yes, tomorrow I wouldn't have to do dailies. But I kinda wanna finish the story.
Oh, wait. The water levels aren't...
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing.
What? You both finish? Okay, I finished then. I can do dailies with other things. Wait, what am I doing? Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you?
She finally
Are
looks
you feeling
normal
alright?
in the whole story. Just like Madge. I was Madge.
I knew you'd come out unscathed.
Angry cat.
Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
That sounds awful.
And I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
Blanket of sunlight.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Huh? When?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
How? Isn't he like...
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
That early?
Crucibina had an extremely cruel and
Yeah, very
radical way
poetic.
of doing things.
Blanket of
While she was
sunlight.
alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been.
How did they know?
The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way,
She just told us,
even just
right?
as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
They're just hearing
If Father
things.
hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth,
I feel like we are
would've
weren't
already-
have.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course, you're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
They're gone. Most of them are
I
dying.
actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
When the hustler goes out, it's the jobber. We're done. We are done. It was a nice story, but too lengthy actually. With the amount of content we actually got. GG. It's actually quite lengthy. Like
Ad Astra
2.5 hours. I expected it to
Thank
be
you
2
for
hours
completing.
because usually the story quests are 2 hours, but it's hour and a half. Too resin short. It's kinda something. How many hours do I have? 16. I have to play. Okay, thank you for watching. I think I'll just go to bed because it's pretty late. It's almost 9 a.m. All because of her. But they kept getting spoilers. What animation? Oh wait, yes, we didn't see any animation. Also, is the thing available now? Yep, it is. Where is it? Animation, where? Where is the animation? Oh my god, I cannot freaking open my browser. What's up, YouTube? Honestly, after I watched it, I didn't think it'd be in the game at all. Oh, okay. It was one of those kinds then. I didn't watch because I didn't want to. Like, it's better to be safe. This one, right? 8 days ago. This mess, I don't want to update. Okay, I'm setting it up. Is that enough volume? This one? Wait, I need to mute. Where is it? But do I need to have this on? It's too big. She kind of looks like a blue archive character here. Yeah, he made it like her. She got beat up again. Yep, everything makes sense now. I'm kind of glad that I didn't watch it now, because then the story wouldn't be that much fun. Sad. Is that Seedwinds? What is he doing here? The Seedwinds. Have you seen the Seedwind thing? Kind of loud. How is she so powerful though? Did she just spawn a sword? What? What? She nuked her. What the? Why is she in jail? Oh, it's in Snezhnaya. Signora, no! Hey, who's this? Is this funny? That's Remy, but didn't didn't he get in before? That can be Fremine, because Fremine got into the house before, and Lenny and Lynette got into the house a few months after. That can be Fremine, because when he joined, Arlecchino wasn't the father. Well, I want to see this thing where she spawns the sword. Where is it? After this, I think. That's actually a sword. Yo. She spawned a sword. I don't know where. And this was so freaking cool. She went freaking Gojo mode. This is freaking insane. Yeah. Who even has that eye color? Let me. Can I get in, please? Let me see. Look at her. She's just sitting in the sun. Archive. I don't have Lenny. I need to learn the character archive. Lenny. Lenny is a silver, right? How do I? No, kind of purple-ish. Then who's that? Take that off, please. Kind of bluish. It's not blue though. It's not Lynette, right? No, Lynette has purple eyes. I can't tell who that was. Her mom is really hot, but a bitch. But a bitch. Bitch. She's better. We're never beating her in a fight. I hope we don't, because we don't want another Signora case. She can be our ally. And I'd love that. We don't need to beat her in a fight, but the weekly boss is, I think she's the weekly boss. Because that's... I mean, not that strong yet. Yet. So that's fine. She's bugging. She's bugging. Stop bugging. It's 9 a.m. I need to go to bed. It's too late. I need to wake up. I still have to work today. Today, I mean, tomorrow. Yeah, by the end of the game, yeah, probably. But it doesn't really matter, though. We're never gonna play as the main character. Because the story fights are way easier. For some reason. so people can play stories. Good morning. No, good night. It's a good night time. I need to go sleep. Thank you for watching, Basher. I need to go, even though I don't want to. I'm super duper tired. Or I would have face cam on. That would have made this a lot better. But I'm so tired. Be like me during story if I use solo traveler team. Solo traveler. I guess I could. I wouldn't. I was just walking around watching her. Like, what's the point? I need to watch all her attacks. Okay, okay, I actually need to stop. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Have a great rest of your day. Or great night, I mean.